everyone.
Hiya.
It's KaK and Mac again. Guess what we've got for you today? As if you haven't seen this before. And this is the local Nottingham rag called Nottingham Post.
Yeah, this used to be the Evening Post.
See that?
Paedophile hunter snares 47 in a year. That's almost one a week.
Wow. And look who that is. That's the Chief Constable of Nottingham.
Craig Guilford.
Right, who knows all about what happened to Mickey Summers and a few others that were raped in Nottingham children's care homes.
Well, actually, he came
past.
from Wales, you know.
He did?
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. Guilford?
Yeah, and he helped cover up a musician who they were looking at to paedophilia. And he managed to cover it up for 4 years until they eventually got enough evidence to lock him up.
Seriously?
Yeah, he's a paedophile protector.
Uh-oh.
That's why he gets on so well with Nottingham City Council.
Well, I bet you Paddy Tipping's name comes up in here somewhere.
I bet it will.
Right, it says the rate at which paedophile hunters are bringing offenders to justice has been revealed. As the country's top cop... Oh, he's the country's top cop. Not Nottingham's top paedophile protector, but he's the country's top cop.
Means he's a Freemason as well then.
Yeah, as the country's top cop says he welcomes any evidence that keeps kids safe.
Mm.
Are you serious? Or do you think our kids are safe with this man in charge?
Well, I heard that they were complaining about all these vigilantes, if you like, tracking down these paedophiles. They wanted it stopping because they were afraid that it would catch some of their friends.
Well, I saw a video on YouTube, which we mentioned earlier, where they set up a trap for this paedophile. He worked at Sainsbury's at Castle Marina in Nottingham. And apparently a couple of weeks ago, or like a month or so ago, he committed suicide.
Ah, but if he hadn't have done anything wrong.
If he hadn't been fiddling around with kids or trying to lure them into some kind of sexual trap.
Yeah.
But apparently they gave the information all about this chap to Britain's top cop, yeah, Craig Guilford. So he welcomes any evidence that keeps kids safe. Chief Constable Craig Guilford says groups that hunt paedophiles online using decoy profiles have led to 47 arrests in the past 12 months and 26 convictions. He told the Post, the reality of it is this. These groups exist nationally and for a while the police have been wary of some of their techniques, like you were saying. And we have to be careful of encouraging them to incite or target any individuals. What about people who have actually been raped
no, don't worry about them.
In the past?
Don't worry about them.
Right, they tell you who did it, but they don't go and arrest them.
Well, we've got to stick to our agenda. We never know if it's going to be an MP or a politician or another copper.
Or a friend of Jimmy Savile's.
Yeah.
The royal family by any chance?
Well, definitely.
They're never going to get arrested. However, my main aim is to keep kids safe.
I put them in the charge of Jimmy Savile.
What's that smell? Is it pigs?
Bullshit.
Is it sheep? No, it's
Bullshit.
what he said. Mr. Guilford said that 15 paedophile hunting groups had handed information to Nottinghamshire Police, and that a number of cases, do you know Nottinghamshire Police Service? Yeah? And a number of cases were still under investigation. Convictions ranged from non-custodial up to 4 years in prison as a result of the information provided, he said. One of the forces...
Force again there.
One of the forces... It's not a service of force. Top priorities over the next 4 years is to increase resources, which means take your tax money from you, to deal with the investigation of paedophiles online. And
so, yeah,
they look after their mates.
So just Joe Public is managing to track them down and the police can't, and they've got all the equipment to do it, but they can't track them down.
Wow. So anybody on their computer can set up a fake account and trap and snare one of these paedophiles. It says paedophile hunters create fake profiles of children online and wait for paedophiles to get in touch with them. They will engage in conversations, share non-explicit pictures, and when the suspects ask to meet them, they will live stream the meeting. Like we saw that one in Nottingham. As I say, he committed suicide. Where's it continued? Continued on page 6. Here we go. Over their Facebook page, confronting them with the evidence. All information gathered is then passed on to the police force and court force. One Nottingham man, known only as Kong35, found justice for kids, which is a team of 25 paedophile hunters. It says the country's police and crime commission. Did that say the country's police and crime commission?
It did.
Paddy Tipping.
Simon Patrick Tipping
said he would continue to work with these groups because the results had led to significant arrests. What was his name, Andreas something? Loggins had got 20 years for raping 17 kids. Paddy says, I think fighting crime is not just a matter for the police. All of us have a responsibility, and groups like this are not going away, and that's why both myself and Nottinghamshire Police Force have met some of the groups, and we will continue to work together.
As we're talking about this sort of thing...
forever. Uh-oh.
Now,
you're not going to bring that out, are you?
Well, I've got some evidence that Mickey Summers has managed to get on from the police. And we're not supposed to show this, but I'm going to show you a little bit, all right?
That's called redacted. Yeah? This is what they've done to his original paperwork, which said where he was and what was going on. It's all been blacked out.
But...
redacted, they do call it redacted.
Redacted, yes. But, like I say, there's more stuff. We're gathering more and more evidence. And let's just say a certain leader of Nottingham City Council will be pooing his pants now because of the information we've got.
You love having a go at him every week. Still, I don't blame you.
We've got evidence that he's a criminal and he's used certain acts that he shouldn't have, and he's going to prison for it. So, John Collins, leader of the City Council, you'll enjoy yourself in prison because they like pretty boys like you.
Have you seen him? Have you seen that chap who you mentioned? Have you seen his face?
Yeah, horrible, ugly. Looks like he's lived 1,000 years of torment, which is what he's got coming from it afterwards.
I don't know what to say. It's pretty shocking, isn't it, when the people that we sort of pay to protect us
are facilitating the rape.
Use force against us and our kids. I didn't mention any names, but that redacted stuff, he's going to do an interview with Mickey Summers, and well, I don't want to be part of it, but yeah, some crap is really going to hit the Rotaries.
Yes.
It really is.
And then, of course, you've got the CEO, the common purpose trained Ian Courier. And you should definitely look into the stuff he was doing when he was a schoolmaster. Very, very scary.
I don't know anything about that. Detective Inspector Pete Quinn added, legal frameworks that govern policing prevent us from working collaboratively with hunter groups, but our wish to protect and safeguard children as young people is shared. As much, we will always act upon the information we receive, irrespective of the source and where considered appropriate, thoroughly investigate.
Unless, of course, it's one of our friends, in which case we'll lose it.
The wonderful Crown Prosecution Service, which is completely corrupt, spokesman said, vigilante activity, whilst often well-intentioned, has the potential to disrupt legitimate covert law enforcement activities.
Yeah.
All evidence that is passed on to the CPS will be considered in accordance with the Code for Crown Prosecutors.
And if we find it's any of our friends, it gets brushed under the carpet.
Crown Prosecutors. Now the Crown...
The dirty Crown.
...is currently occasionally worn by a woman called Elizabeth II, who lives in a palace. Right, they haven't got any money at all.
But,
this is why he calls them parasites, because they live off us.
Her benefit's just been doubled.
Oh, so she's a benefit cheat, is she?
Yes.
Do you know if anybody claims so-called... They're not benefits. You know when you claim them, it says they're entitlements.
Correct.
Because we set up a system. If you didn't want to work, you couldn't be forced into work years ago, right? And if you were ill, then you would have the treatment. We set up this so everybody would be assisted. Because you can't be forced into doing something against your own free will, can you?
Well, in theory, no.
It seems our kids can, and that's sex. What is it with people who seek power over others, who walk a negative path, as we've shown, seem to want to bugger kids like Francis in the Vatican? That's it for now.
So that's...
We will not go away.
Tatty bye from me.
So that... What is this byword? I've never heard him say bye. Can you recommend anything?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a newspaper,
Evening Post.
would it? Not for crap like that. See ya.